Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was kind of looking forward to being able to read in this more quiet space here now that construction seems to have shushed down a bit at my home. But I thought, why not have Buddhist statues around? I have a moment of peace with all the madness that's been going around this house, and I even have a piece of bamboo that I'll have to donate back to this wall of bamboo or something. And there you go. Aha! But anyway, I thought I would read to you a couple of poems from the newly released Scars Publications Down on the Dirt magazine book. Down on the Dirt is one of two magazines through Scars Publications. CC&D is the older one. Down on the Dirt started once as a supplement to CC&D back in '94 and started on its own in 2000. And it's been released as Perfect Bound books through Amazon for a number of years now, and they come out monthly, and titles are based on accepted writings in the book. This is a book that is titled, for July of 2021, Desert Bloom. Desert Bloom. The photo is a combination of sand from, I believe, North Chicago Beach at Lake Michigan, and the flowers, I believe, are from the Galapagos Islands, and if you look really closely, there are tiny little bugs feasting on the flowers here, which is the coolest thing, because I've heard that artists would often paint portraits and have flies in them, so it's not the same thing, but it's still kind of cool nonetheless. So I thought I would share with you maybe two poems that relate to, because July 20th is when man landed on the moon, share with you a couple poems about moons. Why not? You know, in honor of Tom Woodruff, who ran the open mic on the first Wednesday of every month. I am doing these readings at that time to be able to share with you guys, and like I would always do, I'd read things from the most recent collection books and issue books that I had from Scars Publications at these readings. And like Tom, who would always have a billion pairs of reading glasses, I'm borrowing reading glasses for him for this. And I hope you enjoy these two poems. We'll see how this goes. This first one is titled Vastness of Just the Right Moon, and it was written on the 9th of July, which was the day that Saturn was closest and brightest to the Earth, because Saturn is opposite the Sun as seen from Earth. So this is about Saturn being lined up and closest and brightest to Earth. Vastness of Just the Right Moon. Some may say they're in love with our moon. It locks our tides and regulates our weather. This conglomeration of rock that once was derived by collision into Earth, Mach 1. This moon is the only interstellar object humankind has walked on. But really, when it comes to love affairs with the moon for astronomy-minded types like us, we still have to fall for Titan, Saturn's moon, that most closely resembles Earth during its origins in this solar system. Titan is the largest moon of Saturn and the only moon known with a dense atmosphere. Titan's climate, which has wind and rain, creates dunes, rivers, lakes, seas, and deltas. Is this starting to sound more like Earth? And it may be one reason NASA this past day shared news that NASA's Dragonfly mission to search for life on Saturn's moon Titan. It's a good thing I saw this news on the same day that Saturn is closest and brightest to Earth, opposite the Sun as seen from Earth, making tonight what they call a full Saturn. Wow, this means that tonight is the night I have the unique opportunity to even see a different moon, one orbiting with the rings of one of the most majestic planets, one moon that shares so much history, that shares so much of a story like our own home. And when you're looking across the vastness of outer space, finding something out there that is so much like your own planet's story, well, that has to put a twinkle in your eye, and it reminds you of how easy it is to fall in love. It's an appropriate one to be able to read, especially when I've got this big Buddha statue behind me. It's on canvas, photographed by John Yatko, actually. Cool piece. But I was going to share with you one more poem, I believe, that relates to moons, and no, It's not our own moon. This is titled Zeus and Jupiter's Children. It was written on the 15th of July, which is the day in 1984 when the comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 collided into Jupiter. A lot of astronomy people know that, so sorry, that's why this was written on this day. Zeus and Jupiter's Children. When we on Earth wonder why we need gas giant planets like Jupiter and its 79 moons orbiting so far away from us, we hear the stories that these giants stopped many interstellar objects from crashing into us as our solar system formed. But now we're into our teen years in solar system terms. They don't do so much for us anymore when we're deep inside of the solar system now. But silly you didn't realize how tumultuous those comets could be, like Shoemaker-Levy 9, who kept getting closer to Jupiter. Back in '92, it flew extremely close to the planet within the orbit of Jupiter's innermost moon, Metis, flying so close that it could destroy a moon inside the planet's Roche limit. Just give it a few years, is all we astronomy types could think, and big destruction all came down and came true in '94. People make guesses. What if an interstellar object, an interstellar body, was on a crash course with Earth? We'd have to try to move its orbit because blowing it up in space would only mean that so many tiny fragments would be hitting the Earth instead. And this is exactly what the astronomy world saw with Jupiter's gravitational pull. As Shoemaker-Levy 9 got too close, Jupiter actually tore the comet into 21 pieces, raining down into many collisions with this gas giant. Some astronomers even wondered if these collisions would affect the Io torus, the torus of high-energy particles connecting Jupiter with Io. Of course, we're talking about the volcanic moon Io. We're in love with learning about moons. We can't help it. We love gas giants, but we can't help but love learning about moons too. How can they function when they are where they are? How can they be so like Earth in the solar system? We've seen that even mass comet collisions didn't destroy the moons of Jupiter, but we'll keep watching Jupiter as the cosmic vacuum cleaner of our solar system. But this near equivalent to a second sun manages to keep the 3 times as many moons orbiting orbiting our sun as it does with planets in our own solar system. In mythology, Io was a princess who became one of Zeus's lovers, which is fitting when Jupiter is the counterpart to the mythical Greek Zeus, and Jupiter has so many loyal moons. Ancient Greeks called Jupiter's Phaethon shining one, blazing star, because Jupiter's orbiting moons are as intricate as planets to us. That is your fix for this reading, because usually readings at community poetry at Half Price book would be around 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep this one brief for you guys. I hope you enjoy your planetary fix in this reading from the Down in the Dirt July 2021 issue book that is titled Desert Bloom. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I hope everyone is staying safe right now. I hope everyone is getting vaccinated, because now that new viruses are coming around, 97% of people in hospitals are not vaccinated. Be a good little soldier and do something that is free to you that might keep you safe. I know people don't like government involvement, but sometimes it might actually work to our advantages. So I hope everyone's being safe, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thank you.